Well, you see all those cars on the road. That's because state DOT workers were busy all day keeping those roads clear. These trucks were driving along the Sawmill Parkway in Chappaqua this morning. And then in White Plains, it was the second time this week they had to hit the road with salt trucks and plows.
Right now, everybody has the nice SUVs, so everybody thinks they have a plow truck, and they all try and beat the trucks around, and it's just makes it harder for us. So take it slow, take it safe, get home safe, let us do our job.
Very good advice. Well, the Westchester County Airport is still open tonight. Good news. Due to the weather, though, passengers are urged to call their airline before coming to the airport in case of a delay or a cancellation.
Well, Joe is off on this snow day. Daryl Green is in the Weather Center checking out conditions to tell us exactly how much fell here, Daryl.
Yeah.
Well, new tonight, the Ossining High School teacher who was arrested for rape the day he was supposed to get married was sentenced today. John Azabaki was sentenced to 10 years sex offender probation as part of a plea deal. The 31-year-old was busted in July for carrying on an inappropriate relationship off school grounds with one of his students who was underage. In a plea deal, he pled guilty to 1 count of statutory rape. While remembering a civil rights leader, thousands of South Africans and leaders from around the world gather for a touching tribute to Nelson Mandela.
Plus, 'tis the season for holiday hiring, or is it? We've got the numbers for you up next.
New tonight, a New Rochelle police officer has been cleared by a Westchester County grand jury in the deadly shooting of an emotionally disturbed man. Police say 48-year-old Samuel Cruz, an artist, was acting irrationally when they responded to his apartment back in May. When officers entered, they say Cruz threatened them and then came after them with a knife. When tasers did not work, one officer fired a shot, which struck and killed Cruz. Cruz's family has filed a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the police department and the officer who fired that shot. There are fewer holiday shoppers in stores this year, and so there are fewer holiday jobs. Holiday employment's down by nearly 5%, sort of a cause and effect thing. You see, stores aren't moving the seasonal merchandise, so they need fewer seasonal workers. And are you worried about your kids spending a little too much time playing with computers or tablets? Well, Amazon's new Kindle may be able to help you out a little bit. It's got parental control software that allows parents to set time limits on games and videos, and can even limit kids to approved educational sites. And you know what? No one likes waking up to an alarm. That's just universally true. But thanks to Pandora, at least you can wake up to your favorite music. The online music streaming service is trying to separate itself from competitor Apple iTunes Radio. So you just set the clock and your favorite music channel, bada boom, it wakes you up. Best of all, it comes with a snooze button.
Or you might just lay there and listen to it all day.
Yeah, you might just fall back asleep again, being just relaxed by your own music.
Well, today's weather woke a lot of people up. Schools were closed because of the snow, but are school officials acting too quick in canceling classes before the flakes even start to fall?
Yeah, you know, if those...
Well, apparently your kids' spoon in the freezer and backwards inside out pajamas worked last night because most of them had their first snow day of the year today, and there was great rejoicing. But not kids at the A.B. Davis Middle School in Mount Vernon. Oh no, they were in class today, and News 12 was there as their day finished, and they got to see at least a few of the flakes falling for themselves. Most schools in the Hudson Valley were closed for the day. By the way, the other tried and true methods to guarantee a snow day are, write this down, put a white crayon in the freezer, place a frozen ice tray outside, or run around your table 5 times. All excellent advice. So the News 12 question of the day, though, should local schools have been closed this morning? Give us your opinion on Channel 612 or our website, news12.com. So far, 29% of you say yes, classes should have been canceled today. 46% of you say no, you know what, there just wasn't enough snow, but 25% more say safety first. And we have gotten lots of comments, more than 150 on our News 12 Facebook page today. Samantha M. says, it's not about losing a day in our snowbank. It's about the safe commute for the students. Those are your children getting in a car or in a bus. But Fernando J. M. says, when I was in school, schools wouldn't even close for a blizzard or a nor'easter. Kids today don't know how lucky they have it. We would walk uphill both ways to school in flip-flops. No, he didn't say any of those things.
But he might have if he went on.
I think he was thinking that just a little bit.
Well, this morning, early, the lottery prize is up to a whopping $344 million. It's the 4th largest Mega Millions prize in lottery history. So good luck, and let's get out and get tickets. Quick,
Don't
right?
forget us. Don't forget us if you win. That's all we ask. Ever just wish someone or something would clean your house for you for
Yes,
$300 million? You
yes.
could get that done for you. Well, the high-tech way one local hospital is fighting germs.
And we'll tell you about a record-breaking game by an Iona women's basketball player. Sports is on the way. Stay with us. Pretty cool. White Plains Hospital has invested $200,000 to purchase 2 of the germ robots.
And from
Pretty
R2-D2
neat.
to our own C-3PO,
Yes.
Russ, who translates the sports for us.
The force is with me.
Yes, right.
Okay.
Just
true.
remember
what have you
that.
got?
I do know that.
Well, guys,
Hello everyone, I'm Scott McGee. You don't have to deal with the crowds in Times Square to have a good time on New Year's. No, preps are underway right now in Westchester for a celebration that attracts thousands from across the area. And News 12's Lisa D'Souza joins us now from the DPW garage in White Plains with a preview of the big day and a look at the big ball. Lisa, is that the New Year's Eve ball there, or did you just come up with a great idea?
And look at the overnight lows for the weekend. Single digits in teens. Either way you slice it, burr.
That is terrible. All right, thanks very much, Carol. Well, I'm not sure what the statute of limitations is for Santa's naughty list, but a South Carolina woman has some serious work to do to get her back onto the nice list. Check this out. Police say 44-year-old Helen Ann Williams hit her husband, wait for it, with a ceramic squirrel, then stabbed him with that ceramic squirrel on Christmas Day. Now, why would she do this? Well, her husband says he went to the store, but it was closed, and he didn't come back with the beer she told him to get, so she attacked him. She says he fell and cut himself, but she's now charged with criminal domestic violence and cruelty to ceramics. And I may have made up that last part myself. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott McGee.
And I'm Suzanne Colucci. The U.S. Attorney is now investigating the shutdown of lanes that caused major traffic jams on the George Washington Bridge.
Now, those lanes may have been closed for political payback against a local mayor, but Governor Christie maintains he knew nothing about it.
I come out here today. I am who I am, but I am not a bully.
Well, Governor Christie also asked his former campaign manager, Bill Stepien, to withdraw his name for consideration as leader of the New Jersey Republican Party and leave a job at the Republican Governors Association, which Christie heads.
Well,
And new tonight, Putnam County's embattled district attorney reiterated today he will not resign. Adam Levy has been severely criticized for his handling of a child rape case involving his former personal trainer. Several politicians have called for Governor Cuomo to appoint an independent prosecutor to look at this issue. And today, the son of TV's Judge Judy said in a statement his primary focus remains protecting justice for the people of Putnam County, and he will not step down.
Joe's here now with a look at the forecast, a forecast we want to see. Finally, a break from this cold, Joe.
Yeah, it just goes to show.
White Plains school officials say proper protocol was followed. They're responding to a story you saw first on 12 last night. There are questions about whether a school scare was handled properly after an apparent threatening note was found, a note written by the mayor's son. News 12's Stefan Kim is at White Plains High School tonight with an update for us tonight. Stefan. Well, a demolition crew has torn down some homes in Suffern that have been vacant for more than 2 years now. They sustained some very serious damage after major flooding and all that stuff from Hurricane Irene. There are, in fact, 4 homes located on Lonergan Drive in the Squires Gate community that are being demolished. News 12's Grace Noon has more on the action, a long time in the making. Finally, nice for those families to have some closure, get those homes out of there so they can move on.
Long time coming for the warm-up, too, it felt like, anyway.
Well,
Joe.
Irene was what, August of 2011, and here we are in January of 2014, so
Yeah.
it's been a while. Yeah. But
Been a while since we've had warm weather, too.
Well,
Dozens of union workers from Indian Point staged what they're calling a practice picket outside of the Indian Point facility today. Their contract doesn't actually run out until next week, but they are taking to the streets early because they don't like the way negotiations are going. And News 12's Ty Milburn is in Buchanan with that story. Good evening, everyone. I'm Scott McGee.
And I'm Suzanne Colucci. The U.S. Attorney is now investigating the shutdown of lanes that caused major traffic jams on the George Washington Bridge.
And those lanes may have been closed for political payback against a local mayor, but Governor Christie maintains he knew nothing about it. And I'm Scott McGee. The snow is moving out, but the cold is moving in. Temperatures will take a major dive tonight, and just about anything liquid will turn solid. News 12's Grace Noon begins our Team 12 coverage tonight with conditions in Yonkers. Well, new tonight, a federal judge gave a boost to a lawsuit connected to the police-involved shooting of an elderly White Plains man. 68-year-old Kenneth Chamberlain was fatally shot by police after a confrontation in his apartment back in November of 2011. His family has filed a civil rights lawsuit against the city and officers involved in that shooting. And today, a federal judge ruled the lawsuit can proceed. And while some claims were dismissed, an attorney for the family says the bulk of the lawsuit remains intact. A city spokeswoman was not available for comment.
Well, coming up tonight, remembering a civil rights icon, thousands of South Africans and leaders from all around the world gather for a touching tribute to Nelson Mandela.
Plus, the county has passed a budget. What that means for you and your taxes is coming up. The fight over the Westchester County budget has been an ugly partisan spectacle in recent years, but things may be changing. Case in point, early this morning, the county board passed the 2014 budget by an overwhelming bipartisan margin of 16-1. News 12's John Goff shows us how it happened.
It's John Goff, News 12.
County Board Republican leader Jim Maizano was not available to talk on camera, but he says the bipartisan cooperation seen in adopting the budget is what county taxpayers deserve. The county executive now has 10 days to decide if he will veto the budget.
Still below freezing.
Lows are
Winter
low.
is here.
Oh,
Yeah. All right.
thanks, Daryl.
I
Suzanne
think
doesn't
thanks.
like that.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. Can't really thank you for that one. Okay. Apparently, your kids' spoon in the freezer and backwards inside-out pajamas worked last night because most of them had their first snow day of the year today. But not the kids at A.B. Davis Middle School in Mount Vernon. Oh no, they were in class today, and News 12 was there as their day finished, and they got to see a few little flakes falling for themselves. Most schools in the Hudson Valley were closed for the day, by the way. The other tried and true methods to guarantee a snow day are put a white crayon in the freezer, place a frozen ice tray outside, or run around your table 5 times. It's simple math, folks, and science. It's all those things. So the News 12 question.
Everyone, I'm Suzanne Colucci.
And I'm Scott McGee. The frantic mother tossed her twin toddlers out the window before she and another child jumped to escape that smoke and flames. That fire started at a home on Van Cortlandt Park Avenue near Elm Street in Yonkers. News 12's Lisa Reyes spoke to the mother about that split-second decision.
Well, it was a very festive memorial yesterday. A lot of music.
At
And
95 years old, you're really celebrating a life. I mean, that's
right.
the way it's supposed to go. On the other hand, Michelle Obama does look irked in those pictures for sure.
there were conversations.
Yeah, there may have been some conversations
Yes.
at the end of that.
We'll stick to the weather, though.
She
with
probably
you.
would have the same look on her face if she was home now, because we're looking at some very cold temperatures out there. Overnight, we're going to be.
Hey folks, to Cheyenne, Wyoming we go, where the Grinch isn't on the lookout to steal your presents while you lie in your bed, but to nab you if your foot turns to lead. With his trusty dog Max and his radar gun at the ready, he took to the streets to remind drivers to slow down and use their heady. But you see, he'd rather give drivers a wave than write them a ticket, but summon them he will so their car doesn't end up in a thicket. My little tribute to Dr. Seuss right there.
Holiday tribute
That's it.
by
That's
Scott
for you.
McGee.
That's for you, Mr. Grinch.
All right.
My heart is 2 sizes bigger already.
Oh, very nice. Walt?
What rhymes with injury? I need, help me out here.
That's why I didn't
tough
use that
to follow
word.
the Grinch,
It's like
but you
orange.
must.
You
Right,
can't use
exactly.
orange.
Doesn't work. Right. All right. Well,
Of the day. Should local schools have been closed this morning? Give us your opinion on Channel 612 or our website, news12.com. So far, 29% of you say yes, the classes should have been canceled. 46% of you say no. 25% say safety first. So in essence, it's sort of a 50-50 split down the middle.
And we didn't have the kids voting, then it would have been shifted for
Would have
sure.
been for sure. Close, 100%.
More News 12 on the way. Stay.
All right, it's time to talk about sports.
It
Unfortunately,
is.
sports didn't really get to
No,
happen today.
quiet day for you.
It was a bummer.
Maybe some hockey.
Soft day for
Maybe, yeah. Pond hockey.
Yeah.
Well, today's